What if I told you that an ordinary-looking 1988 quarter-dollar hides mysteries that most collectors never notice? What if this small, everyday coin carries traces of American history, minting evolution, and rare errors worth far more than face value? What if you could identify a hidden treasure simply by understanding the details behind one of the most common coins in circulation? Welcome to CoinEx 4. What if this single quarter could teach you about metal science, mint processes, and collectible, grading like a complete numismatic course? Stay with me till the end because the story of the 1988 quarter is far bigger than its size, and today you will see every detail that makes it special. The introduction of the 1988 quarter dollar connects everyday currency with the rich history of American minting. This coin, though common in circulation, carries decades of tradition reflected through its design, composition, and symbolism. Created in the late 20th century, the 1988 quarter continues the long-standing Washington quarter series, which has been in production since 1932. While it may appear simple on the surface, collectors and historians recognize that each minting year has its own story, its own variations, and its own role in America's economic and cultural evolution. This video is brought to you by CoinEx 4, where we explore coins not just as money, but as tiny historical documents shaped by time. As you continue watching this documentary-style breakdown, you will discover everything from metal structure to mint marks, from design artistry to error varieties, from collector value to preservation techniques. The 1988 quarter dollar belongs to the Washington quarter series, which was originally created to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. Even though the 1988 coin came many decades later, the design remains a powerful tribute to the first president of the United States. On the obverse, the portrait of George Washington faces left, sculpted by the renowned artist John Flanagan. His classic depiction symbolizes leadership, courage, and the foundational values of the United States. The inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the mint year 1988 appear around the portrait. Each part of this design carries meaning. Liberty symbolizing freedom, the motto representing national belief, and the year marking its place in the historical timeline. Although millions of these coins were produced, the precision and elegance of the portrait make it one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. On the reverse of the 1988 quarter dollar, the majestic American bald eagle is displayed with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This combination symbolizes both strength and peace, America's readiness to defend itself and its desire to maintain harmony. The eagle design was used for more than 65 years before being replaced by newer series, making the 1988 reverse a classic representation of national identity. Above the eagle appears the inscription, "United States of America," and below it, quarter dollar, clearly defining the coin's denomination and origin. The balanced artistic layout shows the work of master engravers who created a design strong enough to last through decades of circulation. The eagle holding arrows represents protection, while the olive branch reflects diplomacy, an important message during the historical period when the U.S. was strengthening its international role. The metal composition of the 1988 quarter reflects the modern clad coinage era. Before 1965, quarters were made from 90% silver, but this changed due to rising silver prices. By 1988, quarters were produced using a copper-nickel clad structure. The coin has an inner core of pure copper, layered with 75% copper and 25% nickel on the outside. This combination provides durability, corrosion resistance, and a distinct silvery appearance. Although the coin contains no silver, its strength and shine make it ideal for everyday use. Understanding this metal structure helps collectors identify damage, wear patterns, and cleaning risks. For example, nickels and clads show different scratch patterns than silver coins. Even though the 1988 quarter is common, its composition represents a turning point in U.S. mint history when practicality and cost-effectiveness replaced precious metals. The mint marks of the 1988 quarter play an important role in identifying where the coin was produced. There are three possible versions: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Philadelphia and Denver coins were released for general circulation, while San Francisco coins include proof versions with mirror-like surfaces. The mint mark appears on the obverse side, near Washington's ponytail. Each mint produced millions of coins, but proof versions remain special because of their high-quality strike and limited production. Collectors often search for sharp strikes, clean details, and strong luster, ideals commonly found in proof coins. The presence or absence of a mint mark can also help identify rare errors, making it an important detail when evaluating the coins. These errors can transform a common 1988 quarter into a valuable collectible, sometimes worth many times more than its face value. Error hunting is one of the most enjoyable activities in numismatics, and the 1988 quarter provides many opportunities for it. Historically, the 1988 quarter reflects the late Cold War era, a time when the United States was strengthening economically and politically on the global stage. Coins minted during this period often symbolize stability and unity. The Washington quarter design, featuring both liberty and the eagle, represents the values that guided America through decades of change. Although the 1988 quarter does not commemorate a specific event, it represents continuity, showing how coinage helped maintain national identity during years of political transition. Holding this coin today gives collectors a glimpse into the world of 1980s America, a time of technological advancements, economic expansion, and global influence. From a collector's perspective, the value of the 1988 quarter depends on factors such as condition, grade, mint mark, and presence of errors. Circulated coins are usually worth face value, but uncirculated or high-grade examples graded MS-65 or MS-67 can carry a premium. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint often attract higher interest due to their sharp detailing and mirror finish. Error coins, especially major ones like dramatic off-center strikes or strong double dies, can be worth significantly more. This makes the 1988 quarter a perfect coin for beginner collectors because it offers both affordability and potential discoveries. Even a simple jar of old coins may hide error varieties that are valuable to collectors. Artistically, the 1988 quarter maintains the timeless elegance of John Flanagan's original design. Despite being decades old, the portrait of George Washington remains sharp, balanced, and beautifully proportioned. The eagle on the reverse shows strength, symmetry, and authority. Both sides of the coin reflect classical American coin art, which was intended to symbolize national pride. Modern collectors often appreciate the simplicity of this era's design compared to the highly detailed State and America the Beautiful quarters that came later. The artistic style of the 1988 quarter represents clarity, balance, and iconic tradition. In terms of culture and symbolism, the 1988 quarter reminds Americans of unity and national heritage. The motto "In God We Trust" represents faith and national belief. The eagle symbolizes freedom and strength. The name of the country placed proudly at the top of the coin highlights identity and unity. Even though millions of people use these coins daily without noticing the symbolism, collectors know that every detail on the quarter has purpose. This cultural value is one of the reasons why the Washington quarter remains one of the most respected coin designs ever. Cleaning coins is strongly discouraged because cleaning reduces collector value by damaging the surface. Proof coins require even more care, as their mirror-like surfaces easily show fingerprints and hairline scratches. Proper preservation ensures that even a common coin remains a beautiful historical artifact. The legacy of the 1988 quarter is strong because it represents one of the final decades of the classic Washington quarter design before modern commemorative series began. For collectors, this coin marks the end of an era and the beginning of new trends in modern coinage. It serves as a bridge between traditional American minting and the artistic evolution that followed. Whether you collect these coins for history, errors, or design, the 1988 quarter remains an important piece of numismatic heritage that can. Why the 1974 quarter is still considered one of the most interesting coins from the clad era, what makes some pieces extremely valuable, and what collectors still search for in this specific date. This introduction will prepare you for a long journey into the world of numismatics as we uncover facts that most people have never heard before, even though the 1974 quarter is found everywhere. By the end of this video, you will understand not only its monetary value but also its historical and cultural importance. The 1974 Washington quarter dollar is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which originally began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. Even though the original design was never meant to become a permanent circulating coin, It became so popular that it continued for many decades. The 1974 issue sits in the modern clad era, meaning it is made from copper-nickel rather than silver. This transition from silver to clad happened in 1965 due to rising metal costs, and by 1974 the U.S. Mint had fully adjusted to the new composition. The coin features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, created by sculptor John Flanagan. The date 1974 appears right below the bust, while the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are still placed exactly where they have been since the design's beginning. Even though millions were made, each coin still carries a story about American history and the evolution of the U.S. economy. Many people underestimate how important these coins are for collectors, especially in high grade, where even common years become valuable. This reverse features a bold and powerful American eagle with wings spread wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and national pride. The eagle clenches a bundle of arrows in its talons, representing defense and readiness, while olive branches symbolize peace. Above the eagle is the national motto E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. Surrounding the reverse design are the words United States of America and the denomination $quarter. Even though this design was used for decades, collectors appreciate the sharpness of the details, especially the feathers and branches. The 1974 issue also shows slight variations in strike quality depending on the mint where it was produced, making each mint mark important when determining collector value. The Philadelphia Mint coins carry no mint mark, which was the standard practice during that time. Denver Mint coins have the D mint mark, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins marked with an S. Philadelphia struck the highest number of coins for circulation, meaning most 1974 quarters you find today are from that mint. Denver coins also exist in large numbers, but some collectors believe Denver minted coins have slightly better strike quality. The San Francisco proof coins are much rarer compared to circulation strikes and were made specifically for collectors in special sets. These proof coins have a superior mirror-like finish and deeply frosted details, making them stand out significantly from circulation coins. The outer layers of the coin consist of copper-nickel alloy, while the inner core is pure copper. This copper-nickel mixture gives the coin its characteristic silver-gray color, while the copper core provides durability and metallic strength. The total weight of the 1974 quarter is 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded, which originally served as a security feature to prevent shaving or clipping of silver coins. Even after silver was removed, the reeded edge remained part of the design tradition. These physical characteristics make the quarter easily recognizable and distinguishable from other denominations. Although the year does not have as many well-known major errors as some other dates, certain mistakes created during the minting process can make specific coins exceptionally valuable. Examples include off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during minting. Another valuable error is a double die, where parts of the design appear doubled because the die struck the coin incorrectly. Clipped planchets, which occur when the metal blank was improperly cut, can also bring high collector interest. Even minor errors such as die cracks or filled-in letters attract attention because they make the coin unique and desirable in the collector's market. These varieties prove that even a common year can produce rare treasures hidden within millions of coins. Philadelphia alone minted over 800 million pieces, while Denver added more than 500 million. The San Francisco Mint, producing proof coins only, struck several million high-quality pieces. Because of this massive production, the 1974 quarter remains easy to find in circulation even today. However, despite the high mintage, finding coins in perfect uncirculated condition is very challenging. Most circulation strikes are heavily worn, scratched, or damaged due to decades of being spent, carried, and handled. Collectors therefore focus mainly on high-grade examples, especially those graded MS-65 and above. A regular circulated coin with visible wear generally holds only face value, meaning it is worth 25 cents. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can fetch a higher price, especially if they have strong luster and minimal marks. Denver-minted coins often carry slightly more value in top grades because fewer high-quality specimens have survived. Proof coins from San Francisco have their own market and value, especially if they remain in perfect original condition. Additionally, error coins can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds, depending on the rarity and visibility of the error. This demonstrates that even a common quarter can have hidden worth if examined carefully. Coins with sharp strike details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, are highly desirable. Luster plays an important role too, with bright, reflective surfaces being more valuable than dull or toned ones. Even tiny scratches or contact marks can significantly reduce the value of a coin, especially at the higher grading levels. Because of this, collectors often submit their best coins to professional grading services to authenticate and assign a grade. These certified coins command much higher prices and are trusted more in the collecting community. The pursuit of top-quality 1974 quarters continues to this day, showing how even modern coins can be important in numismatics. This coin was produced during a period of economic difficulty in the United States, with inflation rising and the economy shifting. Although the coin itself remained worth 25 cents, the purchasing power of that quarter changed dramatically compared to earlier decades. This makes the 1974 issue a reminder of economic transitions during the 1970s. At the same time, the coin's traditional design shows the U.S. Mint's dedication to maintaining familiar national symbols even during. The portrait is based on a bust created by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon, who made one of the most accurate likenesses of George Washington during his lifetime. Every year that passes reduces the number of surviving mint state coins. This natural scarcity over time increases interest among collectors who want to secure pristine examples before they become even harder to find, whether you have a Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco piece. Each one tells a unique story about its creation and journey. From rare errors to high-grade condition coins, the 1974 quarter continues to capture attention in the coin collecting community. As you explore your coins at home, always check for mint marks, sharp details, and possible errors. You never know when you might discover a valuable treasure. Your trusted place for deep knowledge coin videos, rare currency histories, and collector's secrets that most people never share. In today's detailed and extended episode, we will dive into the world of the 1994 United States Washington quarter, a coin that millions of people have handled but very few have ever taken the time to understand. This video is specially made for viewers who want a complete explanation that covers every angle of this coin. Its history, its metal content, its mint marks, its value in different conditions, its rare errors, and its place in American coinage. The goal of this introduction is to prepare you for a long, insightful exploration, one that will help you identify if the 1994 quarter in your pocket or collection might be worth much more than 25 cents. As always, CoinX4 brings you the most complete and authentic details, so you can enjoy real numismatic knowledge without confusion. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why some 1994 quarters can sell for impressive prices in auctions and why collectors still search for them today. So make sure you stay with us till the last second, because every part of this video contains important details you should not miss. And at the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this vid. The 1994 Washington quarter belongs to a long-running series first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. Even though the design remained mostly unchanged for decades, each year brought unique characteristics depending on the mint that produced the coin, the machinery used, and the condition in which the coin survived. The 1994 edition is important because it came from a period when the U.S. Mint was gradually improving production quality, but striking errors were still common enough that collectors continued to search for them. On the obverse side, the coin features the left-facing profile of George Washington, with the word Liberty boldly displayed above his head. The motto "In God We Trust" is placed to the left side, reflecting the country's long-standing national identity. At the bottom, the year 1994 appears in slightly sharp numerals. Many collectors carefully study these numbers because small die cracks or doubling often appear around them. This paragraph alone gives you a starting point to appreciate how much detail goes into analyzing a single coin. Above the eagle appears the phrase United States of America, followed by the motto E pluribus unum, meaning Out of many, one. The eagle holds a bundle of arrows in its claws, representing defense, while an olive branch beneath symbolizes peace. This combination is one of the oldest symbolic pairings in American imagery. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar confirms that this coin is worth 25 cents in everyday circulation. However, collectors note that the design's sharpness varies from mint to mint, and coins with deeply struck details often command higher prices. Even slight differences in the eagle's feathers, the clarity of the arrows, or the smoothness of the olive leaves can affect value significantly. This makes studying the reverse side essential for anyone hoping to identify a collectible piece. The 1994 quarter was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins feature the letter D, and San Francisco pieces show an S. Though the majority of S-mint coins are proof strikes intended for collectors, the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 1 billion quarters in 1994, making them common in circulation, yet even common coins can become rare when found in pristine, uncirculated condition. Denver coins are also widely available but sometimes display stronger strikes, making them appealing for those building mint mark sets. Proof coins from San Francisco are known for their mirror-like surfaces and frosted devices, created using special dies and planchets. These proof coins are not normally found in circulation, so finding one in pocket change is extremely unusual and highly collectible. Understanding these mint marks is crucial because it helps determine scarcity, quality, and potential value. Many collectors weigh their coins to check for striking errors or planchet mistakes because incorrect weight can signal rare variations. The reeded edge, those fine grooves along the side, is another important feature that helps identify genuine coins. If the reeding is missing, uneven, or partially smooth, that could indicate an error worth examining. These tiny physical details help numismatists determine a coin's authenticity and potential value. One fascinating aspect of the 1994 quarter is the range of errors that occurred during minting. Errors can include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, missing clad layers, and more. A double die obverse, for example, shows slight overlapping images of the year, the lettering, or Washington's profile. These errors result from a mistake during die creation and are highly sought after. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned, leading to a portion of the design missing. Depending on how off-center the strike is, such coins can sell for impressive prices. Another valuable error is the clipped planchet, where a portion of the metal blank is missing before striking. Collectors love these because each one is visually unique. Even die cracks, tiny raised lines on the coin caused by aging or damaged dies, attract interest. The 1994 quarter provides many opportunities for discovering these rare and exciting variations. Collectors also examine the condition or grade of the 1994 quarter to determine its value. A coin in circulated condition typically holds little value beyond face value unless it includes a rare error. However, uncirculated coins, especially those with sharp strikes and minimal contact marks, can be worth more. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC use a 70-point scale to evaluate a coin's quality, with MS 60 representing the lowest level of uncirculated condition and MS 70 indicating perfection. Coins graded MS 66 or higher often sell for premium prices because they are harder to find. Proof coins use a slightly different grading scale, focusing on mirror surfaces and strike clarity. Even a small scratch can dramatically reduce a proof coin's grade. Understanding the grading system is key to identifying whether your 1994 quarter deserves professional certification, which can increase its market value significantly. Market values for the 1994 quarter vary depending on mint mark, condition, and rarity. A typical circulated quarter from Philadelphia or Denver generally remains worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples can sell anywhere from a few dollars to several dozen dollars depending on grade. In rare cases, exceptionally high-grade coins, such as MS-67 or MS-68, have sold for hundreds of dollars at auctions. Error coins, as mentioned earlier, can bring even more value. A dramatic off-center strike, for example, may sell for $100 or more. A double die error or missing clad layer can fetch significant interest from specialized collectors who enjoy unusual or visually striking pieces. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially deep cameo varieties, are also valued higher than regular issues. Their increasing age also means that uncirculated examples are becoming harder to find, particularly those that survived without scratches or wear. This gradual reduction in high-quality pieces contributes to rising collector interest. The obverse portrait was originally created by sculptor John Flanagan and selected during a national competition in 1932. Although Washington himself preferred a different sculptor's work, Flanagan's design ultimately became the one engraved into American coinage for decades. By the time we reached the 1994 version, the design had become deeply rooted in American culture, appearing in everyday transactions, vending machines, and coin collections across the country. The long-term use of this portrait gives the 1994 issue continuity with American history, linking it to earlier decades of economic and cultural development. For collectors, owning a 1994 quarter is not just about. On one hand, most coins from this year remain common due to high mintage numbers, meaning their value remains relatively stable. On the other hand, rare errors and high-grade examples can deliver surprising returns for collectors who take the time to study their coins carefully. This makes the 1994 quarter a perfect example of why numismatics remains exciting. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel.